Hello, this is Virendra. As I promised, I shall continue with my deliverance on Chanakya Niti. So I am there with you again. Here I am in the Bellary district of Karnataka, and look at the beautiful hills all around. This is a lake, and these are some of the areas being mined here. Now let's come to the main task of the Chanakya Niti, which is our interest. Here it goes. For one whose heart melts with the compassion for all creatures, what is the necessity of knowledge, liberation, matted hair on the head and smearing the body with ashes? There is no treasure on earth, the gift of which will cancel the debt a disciple owes to his gurus for having taught him even a single letter. There are two ways to get rid of thorns and wicked persons: using footwear in the first case, and in the second, shaming them so that they cannot raise their faces, again thus keeping them at a distance. He who wears unclean garments has dirty teeth, as a glutton, speaks unkindly and sleeps after sunrise. Although he may be the greatest personality, we lose the favor of the wealth that is called Lakshmi. He who loses his money is forsaken by his friends, his wife, his servants, and his relations. Yet, when he regains his riches, those who have forsaken him come back. Hence, wealth is certainly the best of relations. Sinfully acquired wealth may remain for 10 years. In the 11th year, it disappears with even the original stock. A bad action committed by a great man is not censored, as there is none that can approach him, and a good action performed by a low-class man comes to be condemned because none respect him. Just see, the drinking of a nectar is excellent, but it becomes the cause of Rahul's demise, and the drinking of poison is harmful. But when Lord Shiva, who is exalted, drank it, it became an ornament to his neck, Nilakantha. For want of discernment for most precious jewels lie in the dust at the feet of a man, while bits of glass are worn on their heads. But we should not imagine that the gems have sunk in value and the bits of glass have risen in importance. When a person of critical judgment shall appear, each will be given its right position. हीरा परे बाजार में राख धूल लपटाए, कितने मूर्ख गुजर गए जौहर लिए उठाए. We should not be discouraged if we are not recognized everywhere. When we have a right person at the right time, we shall be definitely recognized and we shall have our pride of the place. Shastric knowledge is unlimited and the arts to be learned are many. The time we have is short and our opportunities to learn are beset with obstacles. Therefore, select for learning that which is most important. Just as a swan drinks only the milk in water. Great lessons. Be very selective in choosing. Everything is not that important. There are certain things which needs our great attention and great care. Remaining has to be abandoned for the another opportunity. One may know the four Vedas and the Dharma Shastras, yet if he has no realization of his own spiritual self, he can be said to be like the ladle which stirs all the kinds of foods, but knows not the taste of any. Self-realization, the source of all power, has to be manifested by awakening. Those blessed souls are certainly elevated who, while crossing the ocean of life, take shelter of a genuine Brahmins, that is enlightened one, who is likened unto a boat. They are unlike passengers aboard an ordinary ship which runs the risk of sinking. Dear friends, these are the very valuable realization and experience of the great wizard Chanakya. There are many ways of binding by which one can be dominated and controlled in this world. But the bond of affection is the strongest. For example, take the case of the humble bee, which although expert at piercing hardened wood, becomes caught in the embrace of its beloved flower as the petals close at dark. Although sandalwood be cut, it does not forsake its natural quality of fragrance. So also the elephant does not give up sportiveness, though he should grow old. The sugar cane does not cease to be sweet, though squeezed in a mill. So the man of noble extraction does not lose his lofty qualities, no matter how pinched he is by poverty, by disadvantages, by natural calamity and obstacles. It is very surprising that so many people single-handedly man themselves, springing from all the disadvantages and making their way solidly, facing all the problems like a lion heart. Dear friends, I thank you very much. I think this deliverance will make some sense and you might have enjoyed it. Thank you indeed.